Hello, everybody. Welcome to TOI Digital, your daily guide to all that's happening in Indian cricket. Beyond the Boundary is the name of the show. And as always, I've got two very important guests with me. I've got Nitin Naik and Gaurav Gupta, who have joined us today. We still can't get over the Anderson Tendulkar Trophy. And to discuss that, we've got Nitin and Gaurav. Nitin, the topic that we've got today is about India's fast bowlers in red ball cricket. Now we saw in England, India managed to level the series 2-2, but it could very well have been 4-0 in favor of India if India had chosen the right pace bowling attack right through the series. Is that a fair assessment?
Yes, I think they needed they could have done with a fourth pacer, fourth seamer over here instead of Karun Nair. Although Karun Nair played had a very important contribution to make in the first innings with a 57. Um, but I think that they were playing one seamer short. I think and towards the end, I think all three I think were running on fumes. Especially Akashdeep, I think was already carrying a niggle, and then when you're playing only with only three bowlers and one of them goes down with an injury, then you're in serious trouble. And I think had it not been for Mohammad Siraj's heroics, it would have been a problem. But then, yeah, what about what you're hinting at? I completely get it. Uh, there seems to be a tendency among Indian pacers, the younger crop, unfortunately, that they tend to shirk the bowling workloads of domestic cricket, and tend to get fit only towards January and February, and all the year round they tend to be injured. You had people like Avesh Khan. I mean, I'm not making an allegations here, but uh, Avesh Khan, Khalil Ahmed, all these guys, they generally don't seem to be fit all through the year. They curiously get fit towards the later half of the year or towards the early part of the year, just after the IPL auction. So I think this is something that the BCCI needs to look at. I don't know what's happened to that fast bowling contract that they had awarded a couple of years ago, after when England were here. In fact, in 2024, they added Mayank Yadav to that list. Unfortunately, he's been spending more time at the center of excellence rather than on the ground. So I think, yeah, there are serious issues here. I think there needs to be more synergy between the BCCI, the Center of Excellence, and also the members of the A team.
Uh, Gaurav, happy to have you here. Very good that you're here. I was just going through the test matches in Australia as well. It turned out that in Sydney, India was in a similar situation where they could have leveled the series, but the third seamer in that case was the captain in that test match, Jasprit Bumrah, who broke down and didn't bowl in the second innings. And then you were down to Prasidh Krishna and Mohammad Siraj. And then Nitish Kumar Reddy was your third seamer over there. You could very well have had a similar situation at Oval as well. But so it was down to Siraj and Krishna in Sydney to level the series. The two of them managed to level the series here in at the Oval. But it seemed like we are where we started in terms of red ball cricket, not in terms of what happens in India, but what happens away from India. Now, I don't want to get into the debate of Sena, non Sena, and everything, but this is a problem that the team think tank doesn't seem to have enough confidence in the likes of Arshdeep Singh to make their debut. If they made Anshul Kamboj play his first match, not much confidence. Shardul Thakur, same thing. So where are we headed in terms of pace bowling in red ball cricket away from India?
Well, I think the pace bowling stocks are a bit limited, no doubt about it. But I thought a bit of a mess up there in the sense that Arshdeep should have made his debut at some point in this series. I thought they hurried up in giving a debut to Anshul Kamboj, and I think Anshul Kamboj was a bit of a sort of a bad judgment of selection because of the fact that he doesn't even have the required pace for the international level. And I think the fact that he bowls at Lali most of the times and picks up wickets, 10 wicket haul on Liya. The 10 wicket haul got I think oversold and ended up making his debut when actually Prasidh Krishna would have served us better. in the previous match. I thought Prasid's coming along in the last match and in this series in general is the most heartening development for the Indian pace bowling stocks, and I think that is something that we should celebrate because finally we have somebody. I mean, Prasid and Akashdeep. In them, we have two genuinely good fast bowlers beyond Jasprit Bumrah and Mohammad Siraj. And the fact that Siraj can play all five tests in a series is also a big sort of boon for us. That is something that really gives an edge to our pace attack. That we have somebody who can go through the grind of each and every test match. But definitely, I think थोड़ा सा concern है beyond white ball pace bowling stocks. I think definitely there's a bit of a concern because जैसे कि मैंने story किया था. I mean, Avesh Khan is not going to be there for almost the entire season. Mayank Yadav just had a back surgery in New Zealand. But मैं उनको कभी वो मानता ही नहीं था because in terms of availability he was always there's been an issue with him, and I think he needs to with his physique. I think to generate that kind of pace, there's always going to be issues with his body. And I think beyond that, I mean, I don't know. We need to see forthcoming domestic season. कौन नए fast bowlers आते हैं? कौन? I think one of the reasons the fast bowlers have also sort of stopped, emerging is that impact player rule in the IPL, where you have suddenly got so many batters going after the fast bowlers that a few of the bowlers have actually told me that it's become very difficult to survive as a fast bowler in the world of the IPL. With the free hit rule and the extra batsmen being provided to each team. There's an extra bowler also, I know, but wo extra batsman could dismiss karna, and then suddenly because the figures that the bowlers are tending to have in the
But
IPL,
I'm
wo
talking
world
more
में
in
किसी
terms of
T20 में नहीं
but
होते.
I'm talking in terms of red ball cricket. What you're talking about
Yeah,
is
but
in terms
red
of
ball, but
T20 cricket, not even white ball. I'm talking more in terms of test match cricket. White ball, T20 cricket will come to it at a later date, but just focusing on the red ball
नहीं,
format right now.
रेड बॉल में राइट नाउ सी रेड बॉल में भी देखो जैसे अभी ये हर्षित राणा है. आई थिंक हाउ सीइंग हाउ कंबोज बोल्ड वी कुड हैव एक्चुअली वी वर बेटर ऑफ विद हर्षित राणा. आई थॉट थोड़ा सा हर्षित राणा के साथ भी हम लोग इम्पेशेंट हो गए. आई मीन ही मेड हिज डेब्यू एट पर्थ, टेस्ट डेब्यू एट पर्थ, did decently well, got hammered by Travis Head at Adelaide, which can happen to any young fast bowler. And then suddenly he was not there in the scheme of things at all. He got dropped, and then उसके बाद में वो बिल्कुल sort of oblivion में चले गए. Did well for, I mean, played for India A, and then had to return after being stopped for a brief while in England. So I think थोड़ा सा उधर issue है. But hopefully things will get better, and I think Akashdeep and Prasid's emergence on the England tour is a welcome sign that red ball fast bowling stocks are getting better. I think I see it positively because and plus we'll have to see. I mean, every season, every Ranji Trophy season, one or two fast bowlers do emerge. So it's about how I thought the likes of Kavirappa and all didn't come through. I was expecting a bit from that Kavirappa fast bowler, Karnataka के, but वो उस तरह से develop नहीं कर पाए. So I think that was also let's not forget that with Jasprit Bumrah around, guys like Bumrah and Siraj, the others are not getting that kind of an opportunity. So because you have two premier fast bowlers who along with, and sometime back there was Mohammad Shami. So you had a fast bowling stock which you have never had in your history. So बहुत सारे fast bowlers को chance नहीं मिल पाया उस चक्कर में. So I think as and when you have to, and ultimately I think थोड़ा सा तुमको आगे देखना पड़ेगा कि who are the fast bowlers who are playing in all domestic tournaments and doing well. Like, so for example, somebody like Tushar Deshpande, he's been doing well in domestic tournaments, doing well in the IPL, taking a lot of wickets. तो उस तरह के फास्ट बॉलर्स को तुमको चांसेस देने पड़ेंगे. यश ठाकुर, आई थिंक दैट्स व्हाट दे हैव रियलाइज्ड. दैट्स व्हाई दे हैड दिस फास्ट बॉलिंग कैंप in Bengaluru. I think it's still ongoing. It was a short camp, and they've asked a few fast bowlers to be ready for the upcoming season.
Nitin, Gaurav mentioned a few names. Just want to focus on the red ball format only. Where do you see someone like a Mohammad Shami? Do you think that, in your view, has he played his last test match?
It seems like that, isn't it? I mean, since that WTC final, I don't think he has played a test match. He had a great World Cup campaign, a decent a mid-level maybe Champions Trophy campaign. Uh, what I got to know from certain people was that he was ready for Australia, but they didn't want him there because there were stories that kept on appearing that his knee kept on getting swollen. But he, from his end, he said that he was good to go. But then how who takes that call? I mean, how do you, what is the guarantee that he will not break down, especially running on those hard pitches and hard surfaces in Australia, um, for someone especially who has had a history of injuries. Uh, I mean, I was surprised that they did not, that the other bowler from Vidarbha who won them that game against Delhi, called Gurbani, even he just vanished.
He's now with Maharashtra.
He's now with Maharashtra. Yeah. So even he just vanished. So the I do not know whether there is we are making a mistake in terms of grooming, like the synergy that was there between when the COA was involved with the when there was a lot of synergy between Dravid at the NCA India A and Ravi Shastri, Bharat Arun, and the India seniors. So I do not know whether there is the same kind of synergy there. I do not know of uh, how much desire is there amongst, like Gaurav mentioned, that the bowlers just do not want to bowl. If all they I mean, obviously he was mentioning it in a white ball perspective, that who wants to just land up and and see themselves get hammered. So maybe we need to cast our nets high and wide to unearth more fast bowling talent. I do not know whether sporadic camps like the one we are having right now will work. I think unless and I also feel that fast bowlers need to be incentivized. I do not know how much that fast bowling contract is worth, that these 5 or 6 kids have been given, but I feel that fast bowling is hard work and it needs to be incentivized. It's not everybody can get a 15-16 crore contract like a Jasprit Bumrah, or a 10 crore contract like a Mohammad Siraj with the IPL. So then they can maybe pick and choose their games. But I feel that, and we are really treading on thin ice even with the workload that we are putting on Mohammad Siraj. I mean, just imagine if something happens to him and he is not able to take part. Fortunately, he's been blessed genetically, that he's been blessed that he can go on and on. But for how long? We need to take that into
So,
account as
so,
well.
so they try to make up for it by not picking him for Champions Trophy and not playing him in T20 World Cup.
Yeah, with some farcical excuse by Rohit Sharma saying that he's not effective with the old ball. So
Yeah. Yeah. So, okay, I'll come to the comments. But producer, please wait. Please wait. I'll come to the comments one by one. Don't please. There's a comment by Pushpa Wati for Gigi for you. Gigi sir, please correct. Vidwat Kavarappa got injured wrong time in Dulip Trophy. He did not play any domestic season. He still don't say he's not developing. Tushar Deshpande also for that reason full season he was not available with a surgery. Avesh Khan has just got a surgery done recently. And Ashwini Talk says Gurnur Brar, Gurjapneet Singh, Ishan Porel, Kaverappa, Dayal, Yudhvir Charak, some of the upcoming current red ball bowlers. शुभम मिश्रा सेज अर्जन नगवसवाला के बारे में क्या कहना है आप सभी का एंड आई हर्ड दिस नेम दैट अश्विनी टॉक्स इज सेइंग Arshit Rana, Simarjit Singh. Simarjit Singh is a name that quite a few of the domestic players, coaches have taken, who say that he's pretty good in terms of red ball cricket. Gigi?
चंद्रेश, देर इज वन थिंग कॉल्ड कि सुना है, देखा है, अच्छा है, चार और अच्छा डालता है, एंड देयर इज
नहीं
अनदर
नहीं,
थिंग
रेड बॉल, नॉट चार बॉल, रेड बॉल क्रिकेट में, रेड बॉल क्रिकेट
but
में
have
चार
you
बॉल.
heard of Gurjanpreet Singh running through teams in domestic cricket? Have you heard of him doing well
गुरजपनीत
across
सिंह
tournament?
T20 क्रिकेट, इस T20 क्रिकेट.
नहीं नहीं, अरे मैं T20 क्रिकेट बात नहीं कर रहा हूँ मेरे भाई, मैं कह रहा हूँ इफ यू डू नॉट हैव फास्ट bowlers bowling well in domestic cricket, earning headlines, running through domestic teams, you will never have, you just, they are not Wasim Akrams and Waqar Yunuses in our domestic cricket. There will be fast bowlers who will be doing well, but you have to pick up guys who have bowled across conditions, across tournaments, taken wickets, and then take them for red ball cricket, because they will be seasoned. दे विल नो कि एक पर्टिकुलर पिच अगर फ्लैट है इंग्लैंड में तो वहां हमको क्या करना है, अगर एक विकेट विकेट पे अच्छा स्विंग मिल रहा है तो वहां क्या करना है। मतलब दैट कम्स विद एक्सपीरियंस इन फर्स्ट क्लास क्रिकेट। यू नो अ लॉट ऑफ दीज नेम्स हैव हार्डली प्लेड एनी फर्स्ट क्लास क्रिकेट, या फिर अगर खेला भी है तो कोई इम्पैक्ट नहीं डाला उन्होंने। Half of the fast bowlers don't play first class cricket, the good fast bowlers, because they think that चार ओवर आठ ओवर खेल के और वैसा तुम निकल जाओ आईपीएल खेल के। So this is a genuine problem that we have, and I think we should focus on the fast bowlers who are doing well in domestic cricket. ठीक है, मैं मानता हूँ कि शायद दे माइट नॉट बी एज क्विक एज द अदर्स, बट देन दीज अदर गाइज will their body be able to take the load of a 15 over spell in over 10 12 over spell जो सिराज करते हैं। half of our fast bowlers will fall will be injured, and they will be out for 6 months, the way Siraj puts that the load on his body, you know. So all those things you have to see, now with the emergence of the IPL, a lot of these guys want to play just 4 over cricket. They don't want to go through the grind of red ball cricket. So जो लोग कर रहे हैं, we need to reward them. That is why I think the BCCI had this camp, because Yash Thakur does well in domestic cricket, and for last 2 3 seasons has been bowling well. Vidarbha won the Ranji Trophy last time, reached the final. Reached the final in 23 and 24. Won the tournament in 24-25. Tushar Deshpande has been doing well across tournaments. Mumbai won the 24-25 Ranji Trophy. Last time he missed out. But then he's been doing well in the IPL and all other domestic tournaments, most other domestic tournaments. I'm saying, just taking two names randomly. I'm saying there are others also.
Well,
You know,
what about guys who are doing well, say Vaishak, Kavarappa, over the last 2 3 seasons? Do you think sometimes in India we rush our fast bowlers too early into red ball cricket with not much miles in their legs? We saw that with Harshit Rana. We saw that with Krishna as well on this tour, early on the tour.
Krishna, तो मैंने आपको शुरू से बोल रहा हूँ that Krishna has had that problem. He's not bowled enough in first class cricket. He has suffered from a lot of injuries. His back has been quite vulnerable. I think he went through a back surgery also, like Jasprit Bumrah, and that has not allowed him that exposure to domestic cricket, to first class cricket, as he should have got by now. He's 29. ठीक है ना? तो I mean, still full credit to him. He has really finally come of age in this tour, in the final test match of the series at the Oval. Very bold, brilliantly, I thought, in the second innings, and I hope he sustains that momentum. But again, see, because he was preferred, he was given those chances, and he played. अगर वो इतनी फर्स्ट क्लास क्रिकेट खेलते तो आज वो और डेवलप फास्ट बॉलर होते। So that is what I'm trying to tell you, that you need to have that exposure with red ball cricket to finally be there. And abhi Mohammad Siraj, when he was picked into the Indian team, he played a full season of first class cricket, took around 40 45 wickets for Hyderabad, and that is how MSK Prasad, the then chief secretary, was telling me that is how they picked him for the Irani Cup, wherein he looked quick, sharp. So he was, the selector that time, Sharandeep Singh, told Cheteshwar Pujara, the captain of the rest of their team, कि इसको अब rest of India team में खिला लो ahead of senior bowlers. That is how, even to jump the queue, you have to do something in there within for your state or something. It cannot be
So
that
there,
आप आईपीएल ट्रायल में तो या टीवी पे बहुत शार्प लग रहे हो, बहुत तेज लग रहे हो, तो चलो टेस्ट क्रिकेट खिला दो कल। ऐसा नहीं होता। मैं क्या था, आप टेस्ट क्रिकेट खिलाओगे 2 ओवर के अंदर बाहर हो जाएगा, क्या करोगे?
एक नाम और आया है जो एक नाम शक्ति पुरी ने दिया है। देयर इज अ फास्ट बॉलर इन डोमेस्टिक क्रिकेट नेम Eden Apple Tom from Kerala. He's played 3 first-class matches. He's saying have a look at him in the next domestic season. And there's a name that is constantly coming up. I want both of you to keep talking about it. Is Prasanjit Jana, and that is of Mukesh Kumar. And we saw just when Anshul Kamboj was bowling, there was a photo by Mukesh Kumar that he's running on a track in Kolkata at the same time, just to show that he's quicker than Anshul Kamboj. Gigi first and then Nitin. Mukesh Kumar, red ball cricket, everybody's forgotten.
Mukesh Kumar, I think he conveyed his disappointment on Instagram, something like that, when the A tour was happening, and I think when they asked Harshit Rana to stay back,
Yeah,
that time
yeah.
also it put something on Instagram. And I think Mukesh Kumar, a lot of former selectors have been telling me कि Mukesh Kumar को वहाँ पर होना चाहिए था इंग्लैंड टूर पे, because I thought they were investing in him. When the ball moves around, he's pretty sharp and he's pretty good. ठीक है ना? He can be a bit of a deceptive also, but really he was not sort of pursued with. And that is again something that I thought we missed out on. I mean, अगर आपको अंशुल कंबोज तक ही जाना था तो मुकेश कुमार definitely would have been a better bet and a good prospect on the in English conditions. Definitely, I think a hard luck for him so far.
So what's happening now, Gaurav? Two Bengal players, one through father, one through self, have come out and spoken against the selectors. What is happening there? Is there a story developing?
देयर स्टोरी यही है कि डोमेस्टिक क्रिकेट में जो लोग अच्छा करते हैं उनको लोग पीछे रहते हैं, बिकॉज दोज हु आर डूइंग वेल इन द आईपीएल get first preference. Abhi now it's not like every time that move doesn't work. We have seen people in the IPL who are doing well. I mean, Prasidh Krishna was bowling very well in the IPL. और तो कहीं कोई ऐसा जबरदस्त उनका परफॉर्मेंस डोमेस्टिक क्रिकेट में नहीं आता. But he was which is why he was preferred for the test. So, but he did well. I mean, he played a key role in that fifth test. This thing, and fast bowlers again, you have to also not see all the time कि domestic cricket में क्या किया. You have to also go a bit by potential and the fact that कितना pace, bounce, movement मिल सकता है उस बंदे को. So I think it's a mixture of everything.
Nitin, before you answer, there are a couple of questions uh, uh, additional to this Mukesh Kumar thing. Ashwini Talk says, where is Ishan Porel? He was the third wheel in that three-man pace attack of Bengal, and everybody kept saying that this is a guy who can do well in red ball cricket because he had all the attributes of a good red ball fast bowler. And also, there's another observation by Arvind Atreyas, who's our regular over here. He says Akashdeep Edgbaston 10 wickets, next two matches 80 overs 3 wickets. Why can't our fast bowlers bowl play two back-to-back games? And he also has a question: why, apart from Prasidh Krishna, there is no one who can bowl 145 kilometers per hour in Test matches consistently?
Speed is something I think that cannot be taught. Either you're genetically blessed with it, or you don't have it. But Mukesh Kumar, I am a big Mukesh Kumar fan. He bowled very well as the third seamer in that Cape Town Test match, which ended up being a 1.5 day shootout. He provided excellent support to both Siraj as well as Bumrah, who both got. I think Siraj got 6 for 15 in the first innings, and Bumrah picked up a 5 for. I thought he bowled really well. Got Dean Elgar's wicket on at the end of day one, which kind of tilted the scales in India's favour in that game. So he has been hard done by. I thought even in Australia in that pink ball test match, somebody like a Mukesh Kumar could have been really helpful. He can also Chandresh. He can give you a bit of. He can perform that holding role. In throughout the Test series, if we have seen, including Siraj, he's gone at over 4.5 runs per over. So I don't think you can you can have the other team under pressure when your fast bowlers are constantly leaking so many runs. I thought Mukesh Kumar could have done that role of holding an end up and bowling tight. Um, I the other guy Porel, he I think had an excellent under 19 World Cup in Bangladesh in 2020, along with Yashasvi Jaiswal. He was one of the stars of that campaign. Ishan Porel. Was he with Delhi Capitals?
Yeah, Mukesh Kumar. No, Ishan Porel was not with any team.
He was not with any team. Okay, so he was another guy who just I do not know whether this regime or this regime of especially after the Shastri and Kohli regime has moved away. I do not know how much of a connection that the successive regimes, the Dravid Rohit regime as well as the current regime has with with the A tour system as well as with the center of excellence there. Uh, Earlier on, I think there was if if there was a need of a few fast bowlers, then immediately Shastri and Kohli used to get in touch with Rahul Dravid at the NCA or somebody who was also handling the India A tour. I do not know what is the setup now. Whether the head of the NCA also takes care of. Does Lakshman also take care of India A right now? Does the same arrangement continue?
DG,
Yeah,
does
Lakshman takes care of India A.
Yeah,
They have a head coach, mostly Rishikesh Kanetkar, but it's Lakshman who calls the shots mostly.
okay, so maybe I mean I do not know whether there is the same same tuning as they say between the setups that are there currently. Maybe we are just overreacting. Maybe we need to wait for a 6 to 8 month period for a fresh crop of fast bowlers to come. But I think
Absolutely.
maybe we have been a bit spoilt also, Chandresh, because what we saw from 2016 to 2020 was an exceptional crop of fast bowlers. I mean, you will not
Absolutely.
get that group come out all of a sudden the quality of Shami, Umesh, Ishant, Bhuvneshwar Kumar, Bumrah, you will
Very
not
true.
get that quality playing together
followed
again,
by Siraj.
followed by Siraj. You are not going to get that kind of quality again together. So you will have to invest, be patient, and maybe hope that we'll get. I think Australia will face the same issue when people like Hazelwood, Cummins, and Stark retire together. So I think it'll be it's a bit cyclical. I feel.
So I just want to know, Nitin, before I go to Gigi, how much do you think COVID impacted India's stocks in red ball cricket?
Huge impact. I think
Because
one
you
and a
didn't
half.
have Ranji Trophy cricket, and your
Yeah,
India A tours was stopped, and then
stop.
you
Yeah,
it has
yeah.
now become shadow tours. Now this season you'll have the first time in a long time after COVID, India A series, which is not a shadow tour
Also,
against
I think
Australia and South Africa.
we need to endure this struggle, Chandresh, to understand what is required to develop a kind of a pool. So what we saw from 16 to 18 was what we invested in from maybe 14 to 16, with a lot of A tours and a lot of investment in fast bowling talents, especially and I think the COA also kind of opened their purses uh, to cater to the demands of Virat Kohli, Shastri, and Dravid, and organized a lot of A tours, which I think stopped after COVID, partly for obvious reasons because people could not move around. But then I think when it was possible to move around, we just I think paused our developmental programs for a while and assumed that talent will just keep on flowing through. But it doesn't happen that way unless you groom talent, unless you give them opportunities to play, and unless we stop rewarding only 4 over performers with an India cap. I don't think we are going to get talent consistently. And let me add, at the cost of repeating myself, I think let's not get spoiled by what we saw from 2016 to 2020. I mean, that was just an exceptional group of pacers.
Gigi, I want to come to you on that particular topic. We're seeing Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, South Africa, West Indies not just having regular A-team series, but they are also having what they call as emerging team series as well. And that's not just in the white ball format. We saw that in red ball, and we saw that because there was a fight, there was a physical fight between a Bangladesh emerging player and a South Africa emerging player in Bangladesh. So, for variety of reasons, they are in news, and somewhere, despite having all the resources, India has not looked at that particular aspect. Uh, are we, where have we lost out? Because four-day cricket in that particular age group and A team, it's not about results; it's about developing players. We are seeing now with
Me, but
India under 19. India under 19 is playing 4-day cricket after a very long time. That had also stopped for some reason before COVID itself.
नहीं वो थोड़ा सा उसमें देखिए कोविड का भी हाथ था एंड कोविड वाज अ फैक्टर एंड लॉट ऑफ ए टूर्स एंड स्टफ गॉट कैंसल्ड कंट्रीज साउथ अफ्रीका डिडंट हैव इट्स डोमेस्टिक सीजन फॉर अ कपल ऑफ इयर्स आई थिंक सो वी स्ट्रगल टू हैव आवर डोमेस्टिक सीजन एक सीजन रणजी नहीं हुआ सेकंड सीजन कर्टेल रणजी हुआ सो वी हैव अ रोबस्ट डोमेस्टिक क्रिकेट सिस्टम in fact I still believe that Ranji trophy should be given primary importance and even 8 overs should be avoided during the Ranji Trophy because that is your main source of from where your bowlers, batsmen, and a lot of other top cricketers will come. Potentially good wicket keepers and all. So I mean, और 8 ओवर तो हो रहे हैं. The thing is, आप 8 ओवर से कितने लोग ले रहे हो in the main side? That is also to be seen. I mean, in this tour, for example, the England Shadow Tour, how many from there you took Anshul Kamboj, you saw the result. Okay, और बाकी इसके अलावा तो आपने किसी को लिया नहीं in terms of
Ishwaran,
batters. I mean, Ishwaran has
Ish-
played so much of eight A cricket in his life. He'll retire as an India A legend. ठीक है ना? I mean, a couple of years back in Bangladesh, I remember he scored poor chap scored 200s against Bangladesh A, and he was slated to play in the Test series. And a top
with
batter
Rohit
was
injured.
carrying. Sorry.
With Rohit injured.
With Rohit injured, yeah. But there was another top batter who was injured and who ensured that he played with the injury so that Ishwaran could not get in. But because Ishwaran was a threat to his place in the side. So you have to also ensure कि जो लोग अच्छा कर रहे हैं team में, they get their chance and they tend to they do make their debut. Sarfaraz does well for 8 tour at times. doesn't get to play in the main squad. We saw that, he had a good knock for India A, and then in the intra squad match he scored some quick fire 100 or whatever. So are you really playing these matches seriously, or are you just there because a tour ka wo karna hai? Because if players are doing well there, then they need to be promoted to the senior level. So that is also to be seen. और
Yeah,
coming back to that, sorry.
no, go on, go on, go on. I'll then come to.
नहीं, मैं वो कमिंग बैक टू दिस थिंग, एक अर्जुन नागवासवाला के लिए पूछ रहे थे जो, तो
Uh,
ऐसा कोई
and
खास
there,
प्रोस्पेक्ट नहीं।
DJ, I'll
या
add few more names that are coming through the chat.
या या
Kuldeep
हाँ,
Singh, Mohsin Khan, and there are few other names like Shivam Mavi, Kamlesh Nagarkoti. Where have all these guys gone?
most of them are injured. Half the time they are injured. There's a serious problem with their physics. Kuldeep Sen, I remember he was playing for Tamil Nadu. My good friend Mr. Sulakshan Kulkarni, when he was the head coach of Tamil Nadu, he got Kuldeep Sen to move from
Now we
Indian
know.
to.
Now we know why Mr. Sulakshan Kulkarni ranted after the Ranji Trophy match. No, go on.
so so I remember Kuldeep was sharp. He was good, Kuldeep Sen, in that match. But वो एक मैच खेले वो पूरे सीजन में. So that is the thing, that if that is how they are playing for the Ranji Trophy teams, how do you expect them to turn out for India if that is their level of
And there
fitness?
are couple of more
So
names.
Mohsin Khan
Vaibhav
also,
Arola.
by the way, has undergone a surgery, which has
Yeah.
been, I think, taken care of by LSG, and he's also out for a few months. So, और
Yeah.
मोहसिन खान बहुत टाइम से यही हो रहा है, सर्जरी हो रही है, रिकवरी हो रही है, as Nitin said, they are permanent, as Ravi Shastri sir famously said that they should be given, एनसीए का कुछ परमानेंट आई कार्ड टाइप ऐसा दे देना चाहिए कि भाई सब फैसिलिटीज यूज करके एंड बी अ मेंबर ऑफ
There
द।
are couple of other names, Vaibhav Arora and the permanent India Nets bowler Navdeep Saini.
नवदीप सैनी कुड नॉट डेवलप, आई थिंक। गौतम गंभीर जो है वो बहुत बड़े फैन थे उनके, और ही हैड द स्पीड, मेड हिज डेब्यू इन ऑस्ट्रेलिया फ्यू इयर्स बैक, आई थिंक इन दैट ब्रिस्बेन,
And got
दैट
injured in the
मेमोरेबल
match.
जावा विक्ट्री। सॉरी।
Got
हाँ,
injured in
गॉट
the
इंजर्ड
match.
इन द मैच इटसेल्फ, एग्जैक्टली। सो वही बात है, मतलब आप बहुत थोड़ा सा आप शार्प लग रहे हैं नेट्स में, और एक दो आईपीएल मैच में, उसके बाद में आप इंडियन टीम में आ गए, एज नितिन सेड, वो 4-5 ओवर में देखा आपने, बहुत बहुत अच्छे लग रहे हैं। ऐसा नहीं होता है भाई, यू हैव be performing well in domestic cricket for a season or two to be even earning the cap for Irani Cup, I think. And then if you do well, so on and so forth, I think the Siraj model is perfect.
Yeah.
How they discovered
But,
Siraj,
but, but,
and then you
but I think
make the guy play
the
a lot of
Siraj,
India A.
the Siraj model that you say was also a result of the India A concept, where he
Hundred
went
percent.
into India Test team only after playing certain number of
But
red ball
but he
games for
also played
India.
a lot of Ranji Trophy. But he also
Yeah,
played a
yeah.
lot of Ranji Trophy. Played through the entire season. So you have to have bowlers who
If,
go through the grind of most domestic tournaments rather than just get fit towards the start of the IPL. So वो चीज देखना, and then again become unfit once the IPL is over.
so Nitin, on balance, is the glass half full or half empty?
Uh, I like to take a little bit more of a pessimistic view. I think the glass is broken. Um
Oh,
because because we are just now talking. In fact, we are right now talking about only fast bowlers, Chandresh. Where do you? I mean, you covered so many games. You've been with several franchises. You tell me who will give you the control that Ashwin and Jadeja gave you in Test cricket once
at
the
home.
Test series starts at home.
At,
At home, I mean, who will
and
give
we're
you that?
assuming that somebody will come up.
Somebody will come. I mean, yes, Kuldeep is there. I mean, Akshar will come through. But
If nothing, Gaurav's friend Tanush Kotian and Shams Mulani.
yeah, and I don't know if someone can can bowl with that kind of control with mid on mid off up, look every ball going to the field where which that you have set. I really fear, I mean, because there is so much of at this moment there is so much of that this concept of going viral with bowling a dream delivery or bowling 1027 variations, and people have forgotten how to use their stock ball even with spinners. So I feel that there we need to be a little bit more patient. Let's not get very excited with this 2-all draw. We are going to face a lot of red ball struggle in the cup. I also feel that we should forget about the 2027 WTC final. Let's focus on qualifying for the final in the 2029. Develop a decent crop, and then then really invest in a couple of good bowlers, spinners as well as fast bowlers, and then let's talk again after maybe a couple of years, because I see a long period of red ball struggle for India.
Gaurav, it seems that in a year or two, the entire Indian Test team could be your friends only playing. So you will be a regular feature on TOI Sports Beyond the Boundary because you will know
अरे
everything
भाई,
that's happening.
a lot of them get dropped also. So you never know. They fall off the radar also. And फिर मेरे को लोग चिढ़ाते हैं कि तू तो बोलता था इंडिया प्लेयर है, वो तो कहीं नहीं है अभी. So these are things you cannot predict. Yeah. You see something in domestic cricket and I mean, I remember really liking what I saw of Shreyas Iyer, Shardul Thakur, and a lot of, these guys, Mumbai guys, and a lot of other states domestic players as well. I liked, yeah, the look of Yash Thakur in that Ranji final, Akshay Vatkar. So, but कुछ लोग खेलते हैं, कुछ लोग नहीं खेल पाते. It's a very, cricket is a very, you have a lot of other things
But,
also
but,
go
but,
into making the.
but Nitin makes a valid point that we are worried about the fast bowlers in red ball cricket, but spinners, beyond these 4, 5, uh, who are the spinners that we need to look out for? Because there's Tanush Kotian, Shams Mulani, Sai Kishore, maybe in T20 cricket. Uh, who else are we looking at in
Manav
terms of
Sutar is one guy.
Manav Sutar from Delhi, right?
Mano Sutar is Rajasthan, I think. Rajasthan bowler.
Yeah,
Rajasthan bowler. But
he's also an
Mano Sutar
all-rounder
again.
type.
Yeah, but he hasn't. He has been given chances in on 8 overs. कुछ कैसा खास उन्होंने किया नहीं है. So like that. I mean, I think actually honestly, we don't have too many sort of strong formidable test challenges in Test cricket in the next 1 or 2 years. We are hardly playing a 5 test series. Next we are playing against Australia next year. तो अभी तो ये इंडिया में तो मोस्टली अखाड़े बना के और हम लोग जीतेंगे. And Akshay Patel will take 5. अभी तो वेस्ट इंडीज के अगेंस्ट तो अक्षय पटेल, I can challenge you within 1.5 days he will finish off West Indies. Okay, and he will be our star performer. So the same will
West
going
Indies
to
will be
happen.
coming up to scoring 27. So
या 27 से आ रहे हैं, 27 से भी नीचे जाएंगे वो.
We
अगर
said the
अक्षर
same
पटेल
about
और
New
सुरेंद्र
Zealand.
जडेजा को न्यू बॉल दे दिया.
We said the same when New Zealand were touring.
या सॉरी.
valid point, valid point,
न्यूजीलैंड.
valid point.
That's what my good
West Indies
friend.
have a
My,
dangerous pace attack. Huh?
Yeah,
The
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Josephs and Seals, the three are
my
very good.
my good friend Mr. Vishwanath, who worked in the Hindu for a number of years as a sports reporter, he had predicted that Guda को वो मोटी. And एक कौन है और एक वेस्ट इंडीज के चंद्रेश बताना स्पिनर आजकल. I'm
Horikan,
forgetting his name.
Joel
Sorry.
Horikan,
The
Horikan.
Warrican. He
Yeah,
was
yeah.
saying that Warrican, and if India make a turner like they did against New Zealand के कौन Santner और आजाद पटेल चले थे. So he said Budakesh Moti or Warrican will run through India. You wait and watch. You are, as Nitin said, you are underestimating कि सामने वाली टीम का भी स्पिनर होते हैं. And an ordinary spinner as Sanjay Manjrekar wrote in one of his columns becomes a Shane Warne on Indian wickets. Let's not forget that. So maybe I'm counting my chickens too soon.
Basically, you are painting a grim picture in terms of spinners in red ball cricket. Nitin is not too optimistic about fast bowlers in red ball cricket. Basically, at the end of the 2-2 series leveling moment, the glass is, like Nitin said, broken.
No,
And
no, I don't think it's broken. I think we have Washington Sundar also, who's doing very well in the
what
off-spin
about
department.
next
I
spinner in
think
red ball cricket?
I'm optimistic about it.
Apart from Kuldeep, that who we don't want to play, is there a leg
Cool.
spinner in domestic cricket who's catching everybody's attention?
लेग स्पिनर तो बहुत टाइम से नहीं आया चंद्रेश, बहुत टाइम से लेग स्पिनर नहीं आया है इंडियन डोमेस्टिक क्रिकेट में. बिकॉज लेग स्पिनर को खिलाते ही कितना है. लेग स्पिनर आई मीन कुलदीप रिस्ट स्पिनर को तो हमने क्या हाल किया है इंडियन टूर में सभी ने देखा. यूजी चार्ल was developing very well. He takes wickets as you only said the other day in county cricket, but doesn't
Yeah,
get to
he
play
plays red ball cricket
doesn't play in
only in
domestic.
county cricket.
तो इधर तो कोई नामो निशान नहीं है उनका. अब वो रेड व्हाइट बॉल से भी हट गए वो. So we all others don't have the patience to develop leg spinners because we want spinners who can bat. We want bowlers who can bat. Fast bowlers फिर भी चल जाता है, but spinners तो हमको ऐसे चाहिए जो
There's
बैटिंग
a
करना
name.
जानते ही हो.
There's a name coming, Rahul Chahar.
राहुल चहर यार छोड़ दो. वो खेले एक T20 वर्ल्ड कप बस कैसे भी खेल गए. ठीक है ना. एट दैट टाइम यूजी चार्ल वाज फार बेटर देन हिम, बट देन आई थिंक यूजी चार्ल का वेकअप कॉल था. So like that, but I think we have a decent crop of spinners. I have faith in the spinners that we have next 2-3 years definitely because Washi has come along very well. I'm very impressed by how he has come along. By leaps and bounds, done very well with the bat and done fairly well with the ball. Took 4 for 22 at Lords. and took that crucial wicket of Ben Stokes. I think was it that on Lords only that, or was it some
Edge
other innings?
Western, Edge
So
Western.
at Western, yeah, yeah, yeah. So and bowled brilliantly against New Zealand at home. So I'm very sort of excited with a cricketer like that who gives something or the other on the field, and I in fact feel that as an all rounder, definitely a better version of Ashwin as also. So I think I think the glass is fairly full for me.
in terms
There
of
is
spin bowling,
enough talent.
in terms of
Sorry,
spin
yeah, in
bowling
terms
and
of
red
red
ball,
ball, yeah, 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 yeah. Because even
spin bowling.
Akshar Patel, I think is pretty good in Indian conditions and subcontinental conditions.
He's had a very
ठीक है
good
ना?
two
So
and a half month break, Akshar Patel, so he can come well fresh against West Indies.
yeah, 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 absolutely, absolutely. And even Kuldeep Yadav खेलेंगे at home तो definitely खेलेंगे. So I expect him to do well and
Don't be
to
so
run
sure.
through.
Don't be so
We have
sure.
got four spinners, Chandresh, in home conditions. Apart from the 2-3 that were there in England, there is also Akshar Patel. So like that, there is Kuldeep, there's Washi, and there's Akshar. So we've got a very decent काफी काफी डेप्थ है हमारे पास में मुलानी को तो चांस ही नहीं मिल पा रहा है शम्स मुलानी को और सुतार चांस नहीं मिल पा रहा है
Tanush
इवन
Kodian
तनुष
flew to Australia.
थ्रू
Yeah, flew to Australia. So, gentlemen, thanks a lot, Nitin and Gaurav. We didn't want to paint a very grim picture. Thanks a lot, Gaurav, for not painting a grim picture. We'll ensure that somehow your friends get into the Indian Test team, and we keep getting regular updates right here on TOI Sports Digital. Beyond the Boundaries, the name of the show. All of you, please keep liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting, and be part of the conversation that we are having right here. Thanks a lot, Gaurav, Nitin, and everybody watching us, and also the backend team for providing all the support right here. We'll be back soon. Till then, take very good care of yourselves. It's goodbye and God bless.